Hey everyone, it's Denika here, a home DIY expert, and in this video we have a fun and easy backyard project to share with you. It's a garden box. Having a raised veggie garden in your yard is a great idea for so many reasons. And for those of you who have always wanted one but thought it was too hard or too expensive to build yourself, good news! We're going to show you how you can build a raised garden bed for less than $75. In order to complete this build, you're going to need 3 2x10s for the structure and an add-on 3 2x4s for a frame. The length of the wood you buy completely depends on the size of garden you're building. You'll also need a drill, deck screws, a measuring tape, a level, a straight edge, a pencil, and a saw. If you don't have access to a saw or don't want to do the cutting yourself, your local hardware store can cut the wood to length for you as long as you have the measurements ready beforehand. So the first thing you have to do before you start building is figure out on your property where has enough sunlight for your raised garden bed. In this case, right here is going to work perfect. So the next step, you need to figure out what size garden bed works for your property, and in this case, we're doing 6 feet by 3 feet wide. So now that you've figured out the dimensions you need for your raised garden, you're going to want to cut your 2x10s to size. For that, you'll need a tape measure, a straight edge, a pencil, and a saw. Okay, so you start from one edge of your 2x10, bring your measuring tape down and mark at your desired length. So we have chosen 6 feet. So then you're going to use your straight edge, and you can use a ruler or another piece of wood just to mark a line where you're going to cut. So make sure in any construction project that you're always using the proper PPE, and in this case, when you're using a saw, you're gonna want ear protection. So now we have one of our 6 foot lengths, but remember, you do need 2, so repeat the entire process again. So now that you have your 2 6 foot lengths, we need to get our 2 3 foot lengths. In order to do that, repeat the same process, but cut at 3 feet. So now we're going to bring all of our wood over, prop it up, and get started on the actual build. So the next step, we need to fasten all of our corners together, and to do that, you need your drill and your deck screws. So the reason we're using deck screws is that these ones will not rust. They're made for the outside. Any interior screws that you have eventually will rust, and you don't want that in your soil. So you're going to use 4 screws per side. So if all you're looking for was a super simple garden box, this one is going to cost you under $40. With a liner and some soil, you're good to grow. I didn't even mean to do that. Because we practiced it good to go. That was good.
That was great.
You're good to grow. So for this one, we're gonna take it to the next level, and for 15 bucks more, we can do a 2x4 edge, and that's gonna allow a little seating or kneeling space for when you're gardening. So instead of cutting your 2x4 at 3 feet, you're going to want to measure outside to outside. That will allow your 2x4 to sit nicely along the edge and give it a bit more structural integrity. So for the 2x4s, you're going to follow the exact same process you did with your frame. You're going to measure, mark, square it up, and cut. So then it is as simple as laying it on and screwing it down. Perfect. So in order to complete your 2x4 square, measure from inside to inside and cut it to length. Any of your excess pieces, don't throw those out just yet. They're going to be screwed to the base so that your 2x4 can sit on it, and it's going to be really structurally sound. So last up, you're gonna wanna make sure that everything is straight and level. All right, you're all finished your build. Now you need a liner and a good nutrient-dense soil, whatever plants or vegetables you're putting in it, and you have your raised garden bed for under $70. Thanks so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below.